The largest and most
YouTube was good. It's your boy, Carlos Harris, aka Medusa. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the doggone notification bell every time I post some new content. Uh, as usual, I get up every morning, wash my face, brush my teeth, right? Check my emails. Then I go on social media. Because, again, as usual, I already know that social media is going to give me one, or two, or three, for that matter. I'm actually really going to call this one, which I did. I called it Ice Cube Part 2, I believe, right? Because I'm sitting up here and I'm watching Comedy Hype News. I mean, for those of y'all that actually really watch, go on that channel and watch some of the stuff what they talking about, you already know some of the stuff what they talk about. I mean, that's within the channel. Yeah, you probably can say it about my channel, right? But if you do, you really do, I'm it's probably gonna be very hard to do. I'm just putting it out there. But in either case, everybody is all up in the air about what the fuck Ice Cube is doing. Now, if this guy actually really want to go work with Donald Trump, as far as like actually really getting something done, about with Black America or so-called Black America, right? Then if that's what that man want to do, they let him do it, right? And then DL Hughley, I'll be the first one to tell you, I still think that he's still feeling the effects when he fell his ass out that goddamn chair during the concert, and uh he got diagnosed with COVID-19. Let me turn this shit down. I mean, because I'm actually really rewatching this whole Comedy Hype thing, about it, and my whole thing about it is this, right? The problem, or the so-called problem, in the so-called Black community, right, was around way before Ice Cube. It was around way before Donald Trump. Okay? But and the only reason why I say that is because there's been black celebrities, so-called black celebrities, right? That that have actually really had the means to be like, okay, you know what? I got this money, so let me go and invest into my own people, right? Because just like I said, right? Say that I'm a doggone professional athlete, or was, because I'm damn near 50 right now. Not to say that age would actually really play an important factor for me, right? Depending on what the sport is, right? Uh, right to this day, I truly believe that I could actually really, handle my own, if indeed, it actually really came down to that. I mean, even when I was in the army, uh, I was out doing soldiers that was anywhere from 10 to 15 years younger than me and kicking their ass. So it's just for the simple fact that, you're only as young as you feel, as far as that goes. But what I'm actually really trying to get at here is that, all right, if Cube wants to work with the president, right, whether it's with Trump or with Biden, right, Cube or anybody else for that matter, they got the wrong idea, because who said that the president had any power to begin with? That's how you have to look at it. And then here's something else too, right? Yeah, I know that this particular show is about Ice Cube working with Trump, right? Or whoever the hell he thinks that's in power, right? But let's look at Oprah Winfrey, right? The most richest, the most powerful woman in the world today. She has the ability, and and on top of that, the bitch got her own channel, right? But if you actually really switch that shit around, it spells out NWO, New World Order. So you can take it for you can take it for whatever the fuck is worth. But what I'm saying is this: she got her own channel. She's the richest, most powerful woman in the world. But when it came time for her to build a school, where the fuck did she go build a school at? She took her ass over there to one of them countries over there in Africa. I'm gonna say it again. She went to one of those countries over there in Africa, which is a continent, by the way. So stop calling yourself goddamn African American, because you ain't, right? But so my thing is, why build a school there when you up there in Chicago, which statistically one of the worst cities in the United States? You could have built a school there, many schools there, but no, you want to take your ass across that water. So now the question becomes, her building a school over there, was it by choice? Was it really by choice, or was it like, hey, look, you really ain't got no other choice in the matter? Because the first time that you build a school here, we finna snatch all your shit away from you, right? That's how you have to look at it. And so, and then, another thing too, right? You look at all of these people, all these so-called black people that's in the entertainment industry today, regardless of division, meaning whether you play football, basketball, baseball, boxing, tennis, whether you in film, whether you calling yourself trying to sing, trying to rap, dance, whatever. 9 times out of 10, you got a nice piece of money. So now the question that you probably should be asking, what the fuck is wrong with Denzel, Spike Lee, and then especially him? As much as he called himself saying, "Oh well, I'm pro-black, this, that, and the third," right? So you got Spike Lee, Denzel, right, from the music industry. So I mean, from the film industry. Tyler Perry, right? And then I already know what the fuck y'all finna say. I was like, well, he got his own Hollywood studio, right? That's bigger than Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Universal combined. But then here's the deal. Here's the deal with this. Or with Tyler Perry, right? He went and bought the former Confederate Army, the Confederate Army installation, right? To actually like really do your production, right? Which for the most part, if you want to do your own movies, fine, got that, right? But here's the deal. If indeed that was the case, with this whole Ice Cube thing, what these motherfuckers on Comedy Hype talking about, right? So out of those three right there in the movie industry, just imagine if put like this, if you was really trying to help people, then you probably could have just did it with those three, right? And then you can be like, oh, well, I help people get jobs, this, that, and the third. Okay. And you may donate. Okay. But again, like what I said, it's like what I said, or what I truly honestly believe, right? These people, when you want to get into the entertainment industry, you start making all this money, right? It's probably like certain clauses, right? They'll be like, okay, hey, look, guess what? We're gonna give you this money. We're gonna let you do your thing. But the first time you call yourself trying to actually like really help out some people, like really help out some people, we finna shut you down. So a lot of people will probably will actually really sit on their hands because they feel like, well, hey, look, I worked hard enough to get to where I am, and I'm not gonna lose my money because I'm trying to actually really do something. I'm trying to do a greater good for everybody. So a lot of motherfuckers actually really sit on their hands. So, you know, it's almost like, you know, and just like I said, I just named those three, or actually four, because you got, like I said, you got Oprah, you got Denzel, you got Spike, and you got Tyler Perry. So that's four from the actual entertainment industry. Now if you actually really want to stop and think about it, but let's look at it from a professional sports point of view. Michael Jordan, right? Some may say, hey, the greatest player to ever do it, right? So you got Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, right? Floyd Mayweather. All what this motherfucker do is just flash money all around, right? So that's three, right? From two basketball, one boxing, right? And then let's say you get some of these guys, right, who you know that actually really play football. They have all this lucrative contracts. Patrick Mahomes, or as motherfucking Shannon Sharp calls him, Patrick Mahomes boy, right? So here it is, all these people, they got all this money, but you ain't doing nothing. You put like this, you either got this money and you ain't doing nothing, or you don't have this money, that's why you can't do nothing. It's one of the two, right? And then just like I said, with all this stuff with Ice Cube going, and so for the most part, if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, right? Out of all of the people, right? Because you know, back in the day, you know, you had Ali, James Brown, motherfucking Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You had all of those, but they was actually really pushing the issue as far as like really giving the professional, the so-called black professional athlete their just due. Because of the time that they actually really came into, because of the time frame, a lot of that stuff was during the civil rights, Vietnam War. We already know what the fuck Ali did, you know, as far as that goes, right? So basically, all what I'm trying to, you know, get at is, you know, it's just for some fact that, okay, the people are there, the money is there, but this problem is still around. So you always got to ask yourself why. And I just told y'all why, right? You know, and you know, the way that I actually really look at it, I would say out of everybody that has tried to do it, Ice Cube is probably like the smartest out of all of them, because he could have actually, like, I'm pretty sure he could have went to anybody else. He could have went to Chuck D, KRS-One, right? Spike Lee, and oh, I forgot about Minister Farrakhan, right? He right there in goddamn Chicago too. He got his own little broadcast, or at least he did. So then you got to ask yourself, well, how come the most richest, most powerful woman, and Oprah Winfrey, and the leader of the Nation of Islam. How come those two didn't come together and come out with a weekly broadcast, if you will, to actually really say, okay, well, hey, look, this is what y'all need to do, right? Or just take their monies, go out into the community, rebuild some of that shit that's there in Chicago, and then take, you know, and then do a nationwide tour, go all over the country, right? And help, you know, help rebuild some of this shit. But do they do that? No, because of what the fuck I just told you, right? They can be like, hey, look, you can do this shit if you wanna. Watch we snatch all your money from you, right? And it's just like if you paid attention to the show that I did a couple days ago, Federal Reserve, when I put that dollar bill up in front of y'all, and I asked y'all the question then, right? What does legal tender mean? Ain't nothing backing the goddamn dollar bill. Whether it's a dollar bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, 20, 50, 100, 500, whatever piece of money that you got, just know it ain't worth a damn. So whatever it is that you think that you're gonna sacrifice, you ain't sacrificing shit. Just plain and simple, right? And it's, you know, it's you know, it's sad. It's really sad for these people, these so-called woke motherfuckers, right? That they actually really think that they got something. It's like the ultimate welfare, if you will, right? You sing and dance for us, and we gonna put you up. We gonna put you up nice. You ain't gonna have to worry about shit. But the first time that your ass get out of line real tough, we got you. It's ass Bill Cosby, right? You know, which right to this day, I don't think that motherfucker in jail because he's too old for one. And then it just for some fact, he is or was a comedian / actor, right? So think about that for a minute, right? But going back to what I said about Ice Cube, right? Ice Cube, just think about it for a minute. That motherfucker, he probably actually really sat down and thought about this for a minute. He said, you know what? Yeah, I can actually really go out there and do this and this and this and this and this. Just like what they said on Comedy Hype. He came out with the big three, the 3-on-3 basketball league, you know, with retired NBA players, right? Okay, they already had a job. They already had money. Now, whether or not what the fuck they did with their money, that's their damn business, right? And then I heard a while back that him and LL Cool J was supposed to be actually really buying some television stations, but all of that shit is actually really under Walt Disney. And if you don't know anything about Walt Disney, 9 times out of 10, probably like the greatest pedophile that this country has ever seen. And a lot of you motherfuckers walking around here with goddamn Mickey Mouse shirts on, and then you want to put that shit on your goddamn kids. You don't want to believe me? Go on YouTube, type of Ice Cube has nothing on me. Okay, Jerry Garcia, I got you. So, but all what I'm saying is this, right? Cube probably look at it like, well, you know what? I really ain't trying to lose what I got, so I'm gonna go to whoever he thought that's in power, right? Because, you know, just like I said, the president, regardless of who's in office now, who was in office, and the possibility of who might be in office, not going, you know, that ain't the motherfucker that, for the most part, that you really need to be talking to, right? So you might well say, well, who the fuck well, who the fuck does he need to talk to, Paulus Harris? Them goddamn goons in motherfucking Congress. Them the ones, right? Talk to them so then they can come up with a bill, set it in front of the president's desk, and he gonna do one or two things. He either gonna sign off on it or he gonna veto it. That's how you do it, right? But it's just like what I said. Cube is probably the best. Cube probably got the best angle to do it. And they say, well, you know what? No, I'm not just gonna just go out here and do it. Let me go out here. Let me go do this first. And the only thing what really pissed me off about Pierre, right, is that he gonna take something what Ice Cube said damn that 30 years ago. And for you Ice Cube fans out there, the death certificate, go back and listen to the song No Vaseline. Because he gonna bring his ass on there and say, come out, well, Cube said he never had dinner with the president. Now he's having dinner with the president. Right? So it's almost like, okay, wait, you can't change your point of view over the course of time, right? I truly, honestly thought that this was what life was all about. Where that you could think a certain way, right? And actually like really stick on and actually really hold on to that until you actually really see what the fuck is actually really going on. And then once you do that, then there's the decision, right? Do I actually really continue to hold on what I've been holding on to? Or do I actually really drop that and turn over a new leaf, as they say? So maybe apparently this is what the fuck Ice Cube has done. He left alone, and I just said maybe, I didn't say that he did, right? I'm just saying maybe that was the case. Ice Cube probably looked at it and said, you know what? I can't go down this road no more. I can't go down this road no more. So I'm gonna actually like, I'm gonna slow down, catch this exit, right? And go down a new road. That's what happened, and everybody, clouding this guy because of who the fuck is in office. But it's just like what I've always said, right? All of y'all mad at Trump. What the fuck for? Right? Trump is nothing more than a reflection or representative of the American society, a society that everybody lives in. So Trump is no more. So if you go put like this, if you go get mad at President Trump, then goddamn it, you might want to get mad at yourself. Because you are part of the American society. You just as fucked up as he is. So what he said, grab him in the pussy. Right? Tell me somebody that hasn't said that. So again, for those motherfuckers on, put like this, everybody have their opinion on how they see shit. And and I have no problem with that. If that's what the fuck you think and feel, then good for you. Good for motherfucking you. Right? But don't sit up here and act like that whatever problems that has been going on in the so-called black community, don't sit up here and actually really put it out on the forefront now, when for the most part, there's always been a problem. It's always been a problem. I just think me now, like I said, me personally, the only reason why I think that this is making up so much noise, or reasons on why all this is making up so much noise, is because, hey, it's getting close to election time. And then like that other motherfucker talking about, well, how come the president is going after celebrities to get the vote? And I swear people really don't stop and think about what the fuck fly out of their mouth before they let it fly out of their mouth. Right? Because here's the deal. Here's the deal with that. Whatever type of clothes that you got on, 9 times out of 10 you had to watch it on TV, i.e. commercial, right? And then you got that one person on there who's probably a celebrity advertising the product that for the most part you ended up buying. So Capone, I think that's what the name. So Capone, I'm gonna tell you something there, Pimpin'. Everybody uses goddamn celebrities. So what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Shut the fuck up and color, guy. See, this is the type of shit I be talking about here. Motherfuckers told I swear, you get some of these motherfuckers, right? They so goddamn happy to be on television. They so goddamn happy to be on television. And even then, you still don't know how to motherfucking act. Because I'm gonna tell you something, because if you actually really thought about it, that shit would have never flew out your mouth. How else are you actually really going to advertise? How else is your product going to get out? Whether you running for the president of the United States, or whether you got a brand new thing of cereal, right? What are you gonna do to actually really push your product out there? Who you gonna use? Now, the only difference between buying clothes and running for president, right? The vote ain't gonna count no goddamn way, because they already know who the fuck is gonna be in office. But as far as like food and clothes go, especially the Wheaties, they didn't have anybody and everybody. They didn't have everybody and their mama on their goddamn Wheaties box. And then, because I know sales probably went up when Michael Jordan was on the goddamn Wheaties box. Sales was probably high when Russell Wilson was on the goddamn Wheaties box. So I don't want to hear that shit about a goddamn celebrity, Capone. Shut the fuck up with that. So all what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. Not to say this is what the fuck is going on, but to sit up and say why he uses celebrities, it's like the dumbest thing that I ever heard. Who says that? And then I'm not sitting up here saying that problems in the black community, so-called black community, ain't always been a problem. And I'm not sitting up here saying that people haven't tried to do anything about it, right? But if they haven't, then I just told you why. I just told you why. Because they scared of what the fuck they may lose. And that's the only reason why Ice Cube went out and did what he did. He said, well, you know what? I know who controls I know who controls the entertainment industry. So why not go to the motherfuckers that control the entertainment industry and do it that way? But no, these motherfuckers, they just all over there. Why the fuck you want to work with Trump? Well, why the fuck would you want to work with Biden? Or any of these motherfuckers? It's like what I told y'all today. It's two flavors of shit every goddamn year. One is scented and the other one is unscented. But bottom line, all of it is shit. Just because you smell it or just because you can't smell it, don't mean it ain't motherfucking there. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, tell your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross the street, round the corner. Thomas Harris, aka the Medusa. Till next time.